What's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out the video. I appreciate you watching. We finally hit 1,000 subscribers, which is huge, so thank you so much for that. Today we're taking a break from the Eclipse and we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm actually starting up a new series. So we're going to head over to my buddy Tristan's house and we're going to go check out his Audi S5 and see what the fuss is about. So let's go. All right, so before we get too far into this, I'm chasing the sunlight here, so trying to get this video in before it gets too late. You know, I've been working around both of our schedules here, so basically this new series is going to be a little bit just talking about other people's cars, other people's builds, and you know, just appreciating them, and something different to do, because if I stick with the Eclipse and only the Eclipse, I'm going to burn through money really quick, and I just can't keep up with it. So taking a little break from the car now that it's finally up and running, you know, and everything is the way it needs to be. So now we're going to start this series up, and hopefully you guys enjoy it and we can keep it moving and do a couple different videos and stuff like that. So now we're heading up to his house. So before we get there, I gotta let you guys know I have driven the car already. A few nights ago he let me drive the car and I was so impressed by it. I was like, man, I gotta capture this. I gotta get a video of this car. So we're gonna head up there now and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Alright, so this is Tristan. This is his Audi S5. So what, you've had this car now, what, about 2 months?
2 months or so.
Is that accurate?
Yeah. Got out
and you
of
went
the
from
Subaru
a
game.
Series White STI to this.
Yeah.
What a change, that going from something that's so raw and like so everything rattles, everything's bumpy, a Subaru, to this. Like what makes you want to do that?
Well, I got tired of wearing monster hats and tap out shirts.
No vaping for you anymore?
No, that's still stuck around.
Oh, the Jewel. It's a little more sophisticated.
No, this is the Hyde.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not up on that anymore.
Yeah, it's honeydew. It's really good. But,
okay, gotcha.
No, I just wanted something a little more luxurious and something a lot faster. And well, with just a JB4, I mean, this thing would just leave the STI in the dust.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can vouch for that. So the JB4, is that like a standalone system, or do you like send your whole computer out and they like chip it or they tune it, or?
It's a piggyback ECU. So
okay,
it's altering signals that go to the real ECU to adjust for fuel, timing, that sort of deal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can show you. It also doesn't with your warranty.
Gotcha.
Which is the coolest thing. But it's hidden under here. Kind of tucked way down there. I have it wrapped in a little microfiber so it doesn't rattle or nothing.
Okay, cool.
And then I have that.
So it just taps into everything, and it's like a one-off tune. Like you just plug it in, it's ready to roll. Pretty much.
And I can adjust which map I'm running from a laptop or my phone. And so here it is. It taps into this sensor here, that one, boost control module, and then one more way down in there. I'm absolutely in love with the interior of this car. The whole heads-up display, all the carbon pieces, the red leather, it is just absolutely stunning. Probably my favorite interior I've ever sat in as far as quality goes. You got the suede inserts on the doors. You got all this red stitching. The real carbon. Not a whole lot of people besides supercars, you know, they don't really put real carbon in cars anymore. It's all fake stuff. And it's really cool seeing just all the small touches. Like this isn't even like a flat black. It's almost like a brushed brush surface. So that's really cool. Like the little red accents. Obviously the paddle shifters are an after fact that he added on himself, and I think it's a great touch. But this thing is just awesome. It's quick, it's comfortable. There's actually like massage functions on the seat. Like if you adjust on this knob, it'll actually come up on the screen, and you can adjust the bolstering, all sorts of stuff. And then like here, you got different massages. You can like select different massages. It'll massage your back, you know, all kinds of stuff. These are all like soft touch buttons. So like once all this is on, it'll actually, you know, have soft touch functions. So when you touch them, it'll already, you don't have to press the button down the whole way. It'll just work with the touch of your finger. Maybe I've been living under a rock my whole life with my cheap Nissans and things like that. But it's so cool when you lock this thing up, you know, the mirrors fold in with the remote, you know, you can put the windows down, put the sunroof back, all that fun stuff. Just an awesome car. I love the body lines. I love the color. I think you made one hell of a good choice, man.
Thanks.
Let's take this thing for a ride. All right. I'll let you drive. I drove it the other night. I want to feel it from another perspective. So
okay.
How much power you think you're making with the tune? Any rough estimate?
Like if I got a tank of E30 in there, like just cresting 500.
That's awesome. Definitely feels quick.
Through the motor. Who knows what it makes through the wheels.
That don't matter, right? You don't have to tell anyone about that. This has to be probably the coolest feature of this car. Uh-oh. There it goes. It brings the seatbelt out to you, and then when you clip it, it'll retract. That's like probably the most baller thing I've ever seen in my life. Gotta take her for a rip now. So I drove this the other night, and I told him, I test drove a Model 3 Performance Tesla about a year ago, and I swear on my life this thing is about as quick, if not faster than that thing was. Off the line it might have this thing, but from a dig, this thing pulls out so impressively. That's already 80, and it's like so smooth. You can't feel the shifts at all. And like was that in standard mode or sport?
This was in dynamic mode, which is like it's sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other night we got on it a few times, and you could really feel like when it did shift, it felt like it even pulled harder once it shifted. And the launch is just out of this world. It's crazy. And it sounds awesome. But I don't know if an exhaust would be in your future or not. It's such a
I don't know. I don't want to take away from the luxury of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't
you
want to
make it stupid
obnoxious.
loud. Like if you had a cutout or something, that'd be cool. But those are hit or miss. Like they're either really reliable or they're junk.
Right.
And
yeah.
and you know,
it'd
be cool though. And it does that from factory on its own, doesn't it? It has already like a gated exhaust.
It makes a little bit of a difference. It goes from like completely silent in the cabin to like you can hear it in the cabin. It's not too loud from the outside. Right. It's not obnoxious. Here, we'll just roll into it a little bit here.
That is so fun. Coming from my Nissan, when I first got that, I thought it was like one of the smoothest riding cars I ever had. And this thing just makes a joke out of it.
This is also in its most stiff suspension setting right now for the dynamic mode.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is cool because
so you
can stay flat, but it's not.
So is this one air suspension from factory then, or?
Nope. I don't know how you call it. Adjustable dampers? Not really sure. To be honest, I haven't done like an incredible amount of research into this car. I just kind of enjoy it.
Yeah. Can't blame you there. Just get in it and drive it.
For the most part, yep. That's what it is.
It's funny because Tristan actually rode my Eclipse the other day, and he was like, man, that thing is so fun. Like, I think I'd take that over the Audi to drive around, man. That thing,
I think he's crazy. This thing is freaking awesome. And
I'm gonna be honest though, to me anyway, because there's not as much driver involvement as what I'm used to in my other cars, it does get a little, I don't want to say boring, because it's not boring, but it's not exciting in the same way as
right.
like,
You're not fully engaged. It does everything for you.
in a way, yeah. It's like you can't wreck this car either, because
right.
there's just so much that is assisting you at all times, even with traction control off. When you have all the assists on, it's hard to drive this thing erratically. It'll smooth out all of your inputs, including the throttle, the brakes. It'll brake for you when you're coming up, you know, to like a hard stop or something, or if traffic in front of you slowing down abruptly.
Right.
It kind of just takes care of everything for you.
I sort of loved like the so built-in launch control too, like how you could sit at like a stoplight or something, hold the brake in, hold the gas in, and it'll spool the turbo up, get the RPMs up, and like if you don't do anything with it, the car shuts it down so you don't freaking detonate it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you're gonna launch it or no? And you're like, okay, well then we're gonna shut it down.
I believe that's so you don't overwhelm the trans cooler, or
okay,
like when you're
sitting there, you're literally sitting in gear, like trying to go, and the car,
you're slipping your torque converter, which isn't the best thing for it.
Right.
But it's not going to really hurt it, you know, if you rev it up, dump it. But if you stay there and you hold it, which it won't let you do, you know, might have problems there. Definitely gets hot after repeated launches.
Gotcha.
You can feel the heat coming out from under the side skirts from the trans.
That's cool. Yeah,
it's find a good spot to launch it though.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's just like effortless speed. That's how I would describe it.
Right. And it's like a different kind of power, because it's not like a GTR or something. It's not like raw screaming in your face, like, but it's so smooth. It's
hard to gauge what speed you're going.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, and like when I was driving it the other day and I ripped on it, you're like, we're at 100. I was like, holy hell, like, how's that possible?
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this.
Now, mind you, we do have 3 people in this car, which does make a difference.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
87.
That is insane. I couldn't hold still. It threw me back, and then as soon as it shifted, it threw me back again. It's brutal. And I mean, obviously, if you wouldn't build up the boost like that from a stop, if you wouldn't, you know, build it up and take off, it probably wouldn't be nearly as impressive like when I tried it the other night and it.
Oh yeah, just rolling into it, it's not the same.
But it's still like.
But it still gets up and goes. It just has to take time to spool, you know. It's not a true twin turbo. It's a twin scroll single.
Gotcha. Yep.
In between the cylinder banks.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
They call it the hot
dude,
setup.
the twin scroll, the whole twin scroll thing. There used to not be a lot of twin scrolls in cars, and nowadays, like, everything that's boosted has a twin scroll in it from factory, and it's so much better. You know, on the higher boost end, they're not crazy, but, you know,
it's good for fuel economy.
Right, it's good for fuel economy. And like my WRX, man, like when I'd like go up against my buddy's STI, it was just instant. You know, it was like a day and night difference. He'd get on it, I'd get on it. I'd instantly pull like a car length on him, and then he'd have to reel me back in. It was like, it was insane.
Gotcha. Yeah, this thing, now we're like romping on it right now, right? So we're getting 17.5 miles per gallon like, with these pulls and shit. But Devin, how much you getting on the highway the other day, taking it home?
Yeah, I took it home and got 31 miles per gallon.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, on my way to Ocean City.
That's really good, because
it's like 33.5 or something.
Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
No.
Dude, that exhaust sounds so good. Even as quiet as it is, it's just like, you just hear how angry it is.
Yeah. Oh, the coolest thing about this, look, we've had the sunroof open, but I like to have this...
like the bug net.
Yeah, the windscreen shut, but you can open and close that individually.
That's pretty sweet. And then you have one up here too, where it like...
Yep, blocks the wind noise. If I have this down, hear how much more noisy it is.
Ah. Yep. That's weird.
It stops a lot of the wind noise.
You get like that helicopter effect, like when someone puts their back window down. Yeah, man, this thing is awesome.
Yeah, it's super smooth. Everything is comfortable. Everything ergonomically, to me anyway, is like right where it should be.
The only gripe I have with the thing is the wheels. I wasn't crazy, like I'm not crazy about the wheels on this, but you said some of the other trims came with like different wheels. Anyway.
Yeah, these are like the...
Oh, there's a deer.
Oh yeah, look at that.
What's up, buddy?
There's a lot of options on this thing. The window sticker's like 65 or maybe more.
Gotcha.
But the thing that it's missing, because it's not the Prestige package, it's a Premium Plus with a lot of add-ons. It doesn't have a heads-up display, which is distracting. But the other thing it's missing is the 19-inch wheels that, actually the one you were looking at. They're painted black and they have some aluminum, or machined aluminum accents.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like the centers and stuff.
Yep, these are 18s. So that's all I'm really missing.
I just love the quality inside the car. That's like the biggest thing to me.
Yep,
It's just like everything is like, and like I was saying, even like this, it's not just like a flat black. It's like a brushed black aluminum or something, and it like everything feels quality. Like everything's got like, you got that little click. Like it's just awesome.
This is cool with the, it shows you what you're doing without actually pressing anything.
Yeah, I was trying to get that to work earlier, but I guess it was all turned off.
Yep, the temperature is shown on the dial, which is kind of cool. This does the same thing in the infotainment, shows you your radio presets before you actually touch anything.
Thing is just so cool.
Yep. You can turn on the parking sensors and the camera at will.
So you can turn that off. Like if you're backing in and out of parking lots all day and you're getting annoyed with it, you can just freaking flick it off.
Just turn it off. Yep.
That's sweet.
It's in driver assistance. Parking aid. Yep, there it is. Oh no, that's volume. There's something else for that. Oh, pre-sense. Yeah, I have my pre-warning late. That, and when I'm approaching traffic and I'm fully aware that they're gonna be coming to an abrupt stop, right? And I'm coming to a stop.
Oh, you have a front sensor too.
Yep, it's not gonna like super hard brake me too early, because that does get a little annoying.
It's got the rain sensor, so like if it starts raining harder, it'll freaking, the wipers will go faster.
That's what it does. I just leave it in rain sensing mode, so as soon as it starts raining, I don't have to touch anything. It'll just start cleaning up.
I'll be honest, I was a huge Tesla fanboy for a while. When I first went up and I looked at the first one, which was it was a 75D, was the first one I ever drove. And I was just amazed by all the freaking features it had and everything. And now, like, it's funny because looking at this, it's in a similar price range as one of those cars, and it does all the same things. It's just gas powered, and I'll be honest with you, this is probably more fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's an electric car is fun and all, but like, dude, this thing is just, it's awesome. You know, anything that's in that, this thing's got.
Pretty much.
It's all my life I had. The most expensive car I've ever owned was a freaking WRX. I know you want to go for a rip in the Nissan though. Like, dude, that's got to be your dream car.
The Altima.
Yeah, the Altima, man. I'll trade you straight up this for the Altima.
Straight up.
I'll throw the Eclipse in too.
Ooh, case of beer and sold.
All right, deal. All right, guys. So that was Tristan's Audi S5. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please leave me feedback. Hopefully, we'll have some more of these coming out soon. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.